Hey everyone, Daniel Webster here for Pocketnow.com. As one of the first Android-powered smartphones in the States to have a 3D display, the EVO 3D also has many other hardware features that will make this appealing to many consumers. So let's get to the rest of the hardware review. So the dimensions of the EVO 3D is 65mm in width, 126mm in height, and 12mm in thickness. So not the thinnest device, but it's still pretty good in terms of that this device is a 4G device, so it does have that rather thick form factor, what we've seen on other carriers and, like Sprint and Verizon, which of course we've reviewed other phones for them. The EVO 3D has a 1.2 GHz Snapdragon dual-core processor, along with 1 GB of RAM and 4 GB of ROM. The screen is a 4.3-inch QHD glass capacitive multi-touch LCD, and of course that does have the 3D display, and we'll try to show that on camera, but you probably won't be able to see it too well. Of course, we're using a single camera right here with no 3D. So let's go to some of the other hardware features on the phone itself. On the top we have a light sensor, we also have a proximity sensor, and we have our earphone speaker underneath this metal grill. We also have a notification LED right here. We have a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. We have our HTC and Sprint emblems on the top. On the bottom we have our capacitive buttons, and we have our home button, our menu button, our back, and our search. So let's go to the top of the device. We have our power standby button up here. We have a 3.5mm headphone jack and a secondary microphone for noise cancellation speakerphone. On this side of the device, we have our USB 2.0 and MHL, so you're able to broadcast up to, I think it's up to 720p video resolution out of this little port here. So it's a dual function port. Unfortunately, I was unable to find any cables for pricing, and it didn't come with any cables with the EVO 3D itself. On the bottom we have our primary speaker, our primary microphone I should say, and we have a little tab here to remove the battery cover. On this side of the device we have our camera shutter, and we also have our toggle switch here that allows you to switch between 3D and 2D camera modes, and we also have our volume rocker. On the back we have our HTC emblem, and it's this neat little textured, if you can hear that, it's kind of like I guess a ribbed texture on the back. We also have our dual 5 megapixel cameras. Unfortunately, if you're recording in 3D, you're only able to record up to 720p video and 2 megapixel still photos for the 3D function. So we can pop off the battery cover. One neat thing about the battery cover is it is this rubberized material. Let me see if I can actually get it off. Okay. But it's kind of weird because it goes around the entire circumference of the EVO 3D itself. So you can see some of these buttons here. Let's see, here's like one of the volume rocker buttons, and you can see the internal mechanics of the phone itself, which is kind of neat if you're into that. We'll have a 8GB microSD card that comes pre-installed on this device. The battery itself is a 1730 milliamp hour. Let's see, is this a lithium-ion? Yes, it is. Okay, so we have a lithium-ion battery right here. So we can just pop that back in and power back on the device if we like. So the radios keeping the EVO 3D all connected is we have CDMA 800 and CDMA 1900. Unfortunately, this isn't a world phone, so you won't be able to use it outside of the States or other areas that don't have the CDMA radios. We also have Wi-Fi BGNN, Bluetooth 3.0, assisted GPS, and an FM radio. The audio output is a stereo speaker, which I didn't mention on the back, and we also have this dual LED flash for the camera itself. And the microSD card is expandable up to 32 gigabytes. So this has been the hardware review of the HTC EVO 3D, and if you like our videos, make sure you give us a thumbs up, and also leave comments down below. Stay tuned for the software review coming up next, and in case you missed it, you can check out the unboxing, and I'll post a link right about here, so you can just click on that and go directly to the unboxing of the EVO 3D. Thanks for watching.